man.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah, she's stunning.
She's beautiful.
So what we're doing, we're just gathering some information.
Look how beautiful she is.
Yes, oh yes.
Hey guys, well. The predictions stuck, and Jack Catterall beats Josh Taylor in a unanimous points decision. The definitive beatdown was in the building. Stand by.
I want it dirty, send out the clean. 19 along, yeah, me them on the scene. Did the alarm roll, one up with the team. See, in a purple ears, divide them green, just go on with it. You can't catch my scene, big stand with it, if you know what I mean. I give me the run, don't know, not me. Can't give me one road, slam, not me. Back on me, I but don't touch my weed. Make sure you have a fresh coat when you breathe. Affiliation, no, not my lead. No, my encore, no, sound styling from the bed to the floor.
So basically what happened is Josh Taylor started off. I gave Josh Taylor the first round. He took centre of the ring. They were both in centre of the ring. Josh Taylor landed a couple of his jabs and came out looking like he was super aggressive. So I gave him that round, and really that wasn't really any more rounds other than the mid rounds. I think latter mid rounds, round 7 and 8. Jack Catterall just kept that jab in Taylor's face, and Taylor, as we saw the last time, he got really agitated, and he started, to more start. He does this. Let's fight with a sense of urgency. You saw his face, fuming. I mean, he looked dead at the weight. He still didn't look great even after rehydration, and that means you are dead. I don't know what he does, but anyway. That jab of Jack Catterall's, remember, it is southpaw to southpaw. There was a clash of heads. Thank God there wasn't any cuts. There were 2 clash of heads. And Jack is just so slippery. He slips shots like I said, he changes levels. There's levels to this shit. Yeah, and he's just like a can of slick oil. Like, you can't get your hand on him. It's just like he's very elusive, and that was what we saw from the first fight. This fight was, in my opinion, more definitive. Josh Taylor did better than it was competitive, but I didn't have it close. We saw the tide change in around, I would say 7 and 8. As you saw, I don't know if it was that Catterall seemed to blow a gasket and maybe all the output, because he put some beautiful shots together. The hooks, body, head. His overhands were great as well. Overhand, left, overhand, right. He used both hands for that. Yeah, at times 5, 6, 7 shot combos that were just catching Taylor. I mean, beautiful boxing from Jack Catterall. For sure, he's a hell of a fighter. I don't know how many stars he is, but he's a hell of a fighter. And I think maybe that Mayweather-esque training that he got is 101 in elusivity for sure. Him is annoying for sure. If you are a come forward fighter and you want to get your hands on this guy, it's not going to fare well. And it didn't fare well for Josh Taylor at all. Josh Taylor, I give him this credit. He came back into the fight, like I said, round 7 and 8. And he started catching Jack Catterall flush. Hooks to the head, catching him with some jabs, but a lot of headshots that Catterall with a good chin was eating, honey. His chin is good. Compared to Josh Taylor's, they had both moments where they both had a stumble, even fell simultaneously. One rocked each other, but it wasn't... Yeah, there were times where actually, in Josh Taylor, I just thinking back because my mind's racing, I've just come off my live, that Josh Taylor looked like he was going to get floored and put out. One point he looked like he was going to get punched out of the ring. Lots of times when there was an onslaught from Jack Catterall, there was a couple saved by the bells as well. Yeah, actually, Josh Taylor got flustered and flurried on for sure. And it looks like Jack Catterall, I don't know, his record doesn't always state this, but he's got respectable power at the 140, in the 140 division for sure. He's knocked down a couple of lads. Josh Taylor, I think he's just dead and cooked at the weight. And I think he's peaked early and he's left his prime. His prime's left. A lot of these guys is what takes you out, keeps you out your prime, takes you out your prime is how you live outside the ring. And it's no secret that Josh Taylor isn't an angel outside the ring. And I think, you know, blowing up in between weight and drinking and stuff like that, it doesn't fare well for an athlete. And in the end, Father Time comes early. Catterall's shot selection is beautiful, though. To watch him when he's in his full rhythm, he gets into this kind of, he's got decent head movement and he gets into this kind of like fluid motion. And he got disrupted out of that. I think he blew his load, hence why in round 7 and 8, the fluidity seemed to have dwindled. And he found it momentarily back round 10. And you know, he got back into some kind of fluidity. I had Josh Taylor basically winning 3 rounds. If you want to throw caution to the wind, you could give him 4, but I'm not throwing caution to the wind. I'm going to give him the 3. I gave him the first. A lot of people didn't give him the first. But after 6 rounds, Catterall was pitching a shutout. These score cards 113, 116, 113. I thought that was too close. And the 117, 111 by 2 other judges, I thought that was it. And you know, Josh Taylor, I thought I won the fight. I thought I nicked the fight, mate. I knew he was going to say it. I want to see what he says at the press conference. I think he needs to either hang it up. He is a former unified, undisputed, super lightweight champion. And he attained that, I think, after, I want to say like between 18 to 20 fights. Like amazing. The Tartan Tornado. There's no shame in the game, but I mean, it's only shame in the game if you're going to keep racking up these back-to-back losses to guys that you would have washed before. Some fighters just have your number and that's it. And I think they was talking about a trilogy. No thanks. I don't want it. Yeah, I mean, if we I don't want a trilogy. Let me just stop. What else can I say about the fight? Josh Taylor, definitely heart of a lion. I thought he fought better in this fight, even though, you know, I keep saying, just because something is competitive, it doesn't mean that the fight was close. Josh Taylor was very much so in the fight, but there wasn't a chance when it got to about, you know, when you kind of sussed it when it got to probably about by round 9, you knew definitely. I kind of knew by round like 5 or 6, I was like, this isn't looking great, even though he went and racked up 2 back-to-back rounds, beating Catterall for sure. I don't think I ever feared that Josh Taylor was ever going to beat Catterall in this fight, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I'm English, so, you know. This was great for the whole of the United Kingdom. And Bob, listen, Bob got in the ring and pulled a full hissy fit, talking about that he's never going to send his fighters over, his American fighters over here to fight because these British judges like basically rob everyone. I don't know if you can get the memo. Taylor's Scottish. Imagine how Jack Catterall felt then, Bob, when, you know, your fighter got a win that he definitely did not win, you know. So all's fair in love and war, you know. You win some and you lose some, and the right man won some today. You know, he's got this big grudge against Eddie Hearn, and I know that because Eddie Hearn was in the ring. Bob, you want to throw, you're too old to throw toys out of prams. You know, when you was in a pram in 1905, you know, well, they invented then. You know, they was as big as houses, them, and the wheels was as hoopty wheels, and wheels were sitting on some 50 inches. Like, you know, come on, Bob, stop it. Too old. After the hissy fit, everybody was like, yeah, just let the old man say his piece and get him out of the ring. So I want to say thank you for people for joining me on the live watch. We had like 800 people. Wow. So amazing. And thank you to AJ All Day for joining me on the live watch as well, and Santos for joining me on the live watch. Thank you all of you guys for joining me on the live watch, and we will be discussing this on the weekly wrap up Shiggity show on Monday. So shouts out to Jack El Gato Catterall for winning and beating Josh the Tartan Tornado in a unanimous decision. Yeah, and commiserations to Josh Taylor. Good fight, but you didn't win the fight. I am gone. Hey girl, listen to the Shan rep. None less come box with Shan. Gan ra. I'm so glad I can go to bed early. You know, it's not one of these. It's not an American fight where you stay up until 5 a.m. You know. So anyway, Lady Shan has left the building. Gan.